meetings. So you guys are on candid camera. So don't say anything dirty. I'm just kidding. Okay, hang on just a second. I have to figure out how to get you guys, get this big. Hang on just a second. How do I get you guys big? Hi, Piner. I like that you show me your face. How do I get you guys big? I'm not sure. Okay, I just can't figure that out. So I'm gonna have to just go on with what I'm doing. All right. Oh, wait. You know what? I might know. I see what the problem is. This guy is in front of me, and I want it. I don't want to see the gallery. I just want to see that. Is that right? Dang it. Now I just see Zayden. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm going to record this. Hopefully you guys are listening. Go ahead and cross out uno, due. We don't want them. All right, we are just going to be working on writing fractions as decimals and decimals as fractions. If you have a highlighter, that is great. I would really love that. Here we go. So in these, we are going to write each decimal as a fraction. So what I want you to do is I want you to go through all 4 of these, and I want you to highlight what you would say. So if I'm looking at number 3, I'm not going to say all those zeros. I'm just going to say 1. If I'm looking at this number for number 4, I'm not going to say all those zeros. I'm just going to say 5. If I'm looking at this one, I'm not going to say 0 and. I'm just going to say 512. Highlight what you're going to say. Then for number 6, I'm just going to say 309. Okay? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to put a dot on the number that is the furthest to the right. So I'm going to put a dot on 1. I'm going to put a dot on 5. I'm going to put a dot for 512. I'm going to put the dot over the 2 because that is the place value that's all the way to the right. And then I'm going to put a dot over the 309. Over the 9, not over the 300. Okay. So when we're talking about place value, I want you to remember you've got your decimal, then you've got tenths, hundredths, thousandths. Write that up there. You got tenths, you got hundredths, and you got thousandths. There is no such thing as the once place, all right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, if I'm writing it as a fraction, I have to decide that 1, what place value is it in? Well, it is 3 behind the decimal, so this is 1,000ths, okay? Next one is, I'm going to put the 5, I'm going to look at the 5. That's going to be what's on top. And what place value is it in? It's in the tenths, hundredths, because it's 2 behind the decimal. So that is 500ths. Next one, I've got 512. I'm going to put the 2. The 2 is the one I'm looking at. So I've got 512. And then what place value is that 2 in? It's in the thousandths place. Then I've got 309, and I have to decide what fraction is going to go underneath. Well, the 9 is in the thousandths place. And we're going to do more of these today, okay? But that's just for that example right there. So hold tight where you are. Now let's look at these ones right here. We're going to write these fractions as decimals. So the process is kind of the same. Go through and highlight what you're going to say out loud. You're going to say 2 thousandths, 34 hundredths, 508 thousandths, 99 thousandths. Now, you're going to put a dot over the number that is all the way to the right in those numbers. So I've got the 2. The last digit in 34 is 4. The last digit in 508 is 8. And the last digit in 99 is the 9. Okay? And that'll help me know where I put these when I'm writing the decimal. Okay, so starting from number 7, put your 0 in your decimal, and then give yourself tenths, hundredths, thousandths. Give yourself 3 lines. I am going to put the 2 in the thousandths. So tenths, hundredths, thousandths, I'm going to put a 2 right there. And then the rest of it is zeros. That is 2 thousandths. Then I'm going to write 0, tenths, hundredths, thousandths. And this time I'm going to put the 4 in the hundredths place. So I'm going to put my 4 right there. Okay, tenths, hundredths, thousandths, the 4 is going to go there. Then you fill in the 3, and if you want to, you can put a 0 behind here, but you don't have to. Okay, so this is 34 hundredths. Next one, I've got my 0, my decimal, tenths, hundredths, thousandths. I'm going to put my 8 in my thousandths place. So 8 goes there, and then you can fill in the rest. 508 thousandths. And the next one, I've got my decimal, tenths, hundredths, thousandths, and I have 99 thousandths. So I'm going to put my second 9 in my thousandths place. So tenths, hundredths, thousandths. Put 1 9 there. The 9 with the dot over it goes there. My other 9 goes in the hundredths place. And then I'm going to fill in a 0. This is 99 thousandths. Okay? All right. Now I'm going to come down here. I want you to try to do 11, 12, 13, 14 by yourself. And then I'm going to give you about 1 minute, and then I'm going to check in with you. Okay? So remembering that you just highlight what you're going to say. And then all you got to do is decide what place value it's in. Okay, so go ahead and try to do 11, 12, 13, and 14 by yourself. Okay, so I highlighted all of my numbers. I came through and I put a dot where the last number in the ones that I'm going to say is. I put a dot over the 7, dot over the 8. In 65, I'm going to put the dot over the 5. And in 9, I'm put the dot over the 9. Okay, that'll let me know what the place value is. Okay, so this is going to be 7 something. This is going to be 8 something. This is going to be 65 something. And this is going to be 9 something. And then all you got to do is decide on what your place value is. Okay, so this 7 is in the tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So you're going to write thousandths. This 8 is in the tenths, hundredths. It is in the hundredths place. This 5 is in the thousandths place. So this is 65 thousandths. And this 9 is in the tenths place. So this is 9 tenths. Okay? You have to do 15, 16, 17, 18 by yourself tonight. Let's move on down here to number 19. So you're going to highlight just what you're going to say out loud. So 434, 3, 873, and 17. Then you're going to go through and you're going to put a dot over top of the number that's all the way to the right in each one of these. So in 434, I'm putting a dot over that last 4. In 3, I'm going to put a dot over the 3. In 873, I'm going to put a dot over the 3. And in 17, I'm going to put a dot over the 7. Okay? And then all you've got to do is just put that number in the denominator place value. So here we go. If I've got a 0 and a decimal and tenths, hundredths, thousandths, I'm going to put the 4 in the thousandths place, just like that, and then fill in the rest. 434 thousandths. Next one, I've got 3 tenths. So if I've got my decimal, tenths, hundredths, thousandths, I'm going to put the 3 in the tenths place. So right there. Miss Rose, can I fill in zeros back here? If you want to. It's all the same mess. Sydney, that's fine, sweetie. Thank you. Next one, I've got my decimal, then tenths, hundredths, thousandths. I'm going to put my 3 in the thousandths place and fill in the rest. 7, 8. This is 873 thousandths. And the last one, I've got my decimal, tenths, hundredths, thousandths, and I'm going to put my 7 in the thousandths place. So if my 7 is here, that makes my 1 here, and you have to put a 0 there. This is 17 thousandths place. Okay, so tonight you've got to do 15 through 18. You've got to do 23 through 26. Okay, don't worry about 27. Now, if you can bring this paper to me or Sydney, a piece of paper where you've written this down, that is just fine. And Sydney, since you don't have a copy of this, I want you to know that I am going to, I'm posting this video, under today's, behind today's small groups so that you can access this on the video if you want to, okay? Bring me 15, 16, 17, 18, and 23, 24, 25, 26 tomorrow, and you will get a prize. All right. Other things that you have to do today. Let me get off of this and let me screen share. Other things that you have to do today, you have to go into Canvas. You have, for math today, you have Fan 5. So this week, you're going to come down here. It is the white heart this week. You'll click on Monday, and then you will see small groups, week 15 together column, and iReady. So you'll come in here. This is your small groups. And then there is a slideshow of week 15 in case you don't have your week 15 at home. And then there's also a video of me doing this week with you. And then you have to take a picture or record a video of your notes. Then in science for today, you have, I'm going to come to science. You're going to come down here and you're going to go to, again, the white heart. Today is Monday. And the only thing in science that you have for today is this really super simple air pressure and front sort. I even included a video of me showing you how to do it and the notes from Friday in case you've forgotten them. Okay, so you'll just come down here, open that up, and submit that. And that is it for today. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to come back to stop sharing. I'm going to come back and I'm going to put. Okay. All right, do any of you guys have any questions before I set you free? Anybody? No. Okay. All right, well, I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay, don't forget to do your Fan 5, and don't forget to do your little science assignment. Love you. Bring this paper with you tomorrow for a treat. All right, bye. Love y'all.
Bye.
Bye, sweet babies.
Bye, Ross.
Bye, babies.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.